Hey guys, good evening for tonight's session. Thank you for watching this live and I can see 5 viewers na sa ating stream and thank you for tuning in for tonight's live session and yung mga nagwagwapuhang guest natin for tonight is nasa backstage na and yan, guys, sobrang privileged tayo na meron tayong mga kaibigan na katulad nila na handang tumulong sa atin for us to be able to make our content creation much easier or much lighter. And I'm excited. I'm excited for tonight's session because yes, some of us kasi experience burnout or sometimes hindi tayo nakakapag-upload ng content weekly or something like month or every month, konti lang na-upload nating content. Then after that, makaka-experience tayo ng burnout because we tend to work hard over work smart. So that's our content for tonight. And I'm so excited because this men right here, sobrang dami nilang advice, sobrang dami nilang talagang golden, like shirtable quotes. So right now, please prepare your notebook and pen for you to be able to gather the information na kailangan natin for us to grow better as a content creator. So without further ado, let's start this live stream right away after this short intro. Hey guys. Hey Mr. Suave. Hey Sam Drops.
Whoa, what's up?
Dude, that was good. I like that.
What's up? What Lem?
I like the short bumper there. That was very good.
Yeah,
well done, friend.
I removed my bumper in my videos, but in live stream I often forgot to play the intro. As you watch my earlier live stream, I don't have any intro, just outro. But right now, this episode is special because I think this is a great starting point for our March series. So thank you, Mr. Suave and Lem Drops for tuning in, for guesting this live session tonight. So yan, good morning sa inyo dyan, no?
Good morning over here from New York City at the Shaolin, where the hip hop lives off of Raekwon and all the crew from Wu-Tang.
So much energy.
Wow.
How are you, Rich? So this is Rich, guys, pero Mr. Suave siya ngayong gabi. So let's chat him na Mr. Suave.
Yeah.
Let's call him Mr. Suave tonight.
What's up? Yes, ako si Mr. Suave.
Mr. Suave.
Oh, grabe.
Grabe.
Yeah.
Guys, as you may notice, talaga pinapahaba lang namin yung oras kasi we're waiting for Rob.
Well,
Rob, sorry.
Rob is getting thrown under the bus.
Si Rob, Philippine time yan eh.
Filipino talaga. Kasama Canadian, so what can you do? Malamig, hindi maaga, so.
Malamig, hindi
Rob,
maaga.
sorry in advance. Rob, sorry.
Do not watch the replay, Rob. Do not watch the
replay.
At least not in the beginning.
Before we start, gusto ko lang kayo kamustahin, guys. First of all, si Rich, ko ano yung mga nangyari for the past few days or weeks. I think maraming kikwento si Rich sa atin. Rich, start it first.
Na-impacho. No. The last few weeks I was in the hospital.
Dude.
You know, I suffered a heart attack. I don't know. Yeah, it's
That's crazy.
I don't know, man. But you know, it's crazy year though. I know it was it was I was, you know what I was more upset at? Nagalit ako talaga na I usually bring all my gear with me every day, everywhere. This one day, I didn't. Iniwan ko sa bahay. Tapos, but on the way pa sabi ko sabi ko, grabe naman ako. I should be able to vlog this, but 20% pa lang sa cellphone ko.
Oh,
Muntik ka
making
maskin yung
content.
coffee.
Making content.
Man, no, it would have been great content because
That's hilarious, dude.
I have extensive medical experience, right? Extensive medical experience. So I was calm. Alam ko na kung what was going on.
Right.
I knew, wala kong, I didn't have any anxiety. So perfect yun sa pag, on the way to
I
the
think the
ER,
perfect
on the
idea
way
is
in the
dapat
ER.
pala in-invite ka namin, no? Na live stream.
Yeah. I don't think
No,
it actually happened because you weren't live. We just saw pictures.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if it really happened.
But
I
even-
wanted your surgeon. I wanted your surgeon to have a GoPro. That would have been something.
No, the thing is, I was asking him. I was like, "Hey, can I get footage?" He's like, "Yeah, you can just request it."
I'm a YouTuber, bro.
Man.
Can you take a picture of my heart while we're at it?
Guys, pagbukas nung puso
No,
na
there was.
nakita YouTube play button.
Boy, but
Yeah.
I bleed YouTube.
Subscribe.
Nasa puso. Subscribe. Med team, subscribe. I'm working smarter, not harder.
Hey guys.
But no, the thing. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
There's gonna be a thing about working harder and working smarter, not harder.
Yeah.
Man, it's just it's one of those where as a content creator, you're always looking for things that you can talk
content,
about, and this is when you're not freaking out about dying because you're not gonna die. It's just at that point I was just like, man, like you even saw my Facebook post. It was just like, I'm in the hospital,
dude.
That's parang roller coaster experience.
But it's helped out the channel. I've been off of work for like the last 2 weeks. I've just been creating content. And I've learned a lot too from being out and just creating content every day.
That's what
you think but go ahead, Len.
No, I'm just saying that was like Doc, because Doc Rock, that is. He had like, what is it, a knee replacement. So while he was there, that's when he was like really kind of put his head down and began to do some work. So
Grabe. How about you, Lem? How's your week?
It's been fairly busy. I kind of fell off a little bit the week before. My wife and I actually had a conversation, and she was like, you're doing too much. Because from December we had we had Vlogmas.
Vlogmas.
And then January, our church went on a 21-day fast. But while we were doing that, I was blogging every day. And then I was also going online. I started mid-December, around the Christmas time, Amazon Live as an Amazon Live influencer. And so I was doing that every week, twice a week. And then Clubhouse came through. So I was on Clubhouse. And then, of course, I was building the Lem Drops brand, so to speak, on IG, as well as all the other things that I was doing for ministry. And then come February, our company was launched, the Let's Get Live company, along with Doc Rock, Diana Gladney, India Delgado, and David Blackman. So we launched that. And so that was another thing. So I was super busy. So my wife just came to me and was like, yo, you're doing too much, right? And so I kind of paused, and I just, because it was a heart-to-heart conversation. So I kept looking at my back. Like every time I went into my office or studio, I was like, should I be here? And I was creating content too. I was creating like 1 or 2 edited videos a
Mm-hmm.
week. So outside of my lives and outside of all of that, I was trying to provide like curated,
Content.
edited content, you
Yes.
know. Um, and it's just so for like 3 weeks, I was like in like this limbo. Like, am I doing too
Mm-hmm.
much? What am I doing? And
Mm-hmm.
then the week before, I just kind of got out of the funk because and then now this week, I I just like riding a horse. I was on a carabao a couple of weeks ago. Now I'm in a little horse. I can't
Yeah.
wait. I can't wait to jump into a
Supercar.
supercar.
Uh,
Yeah, yeah. I think let's proceed to our topic. Thank you, Rich and Lem, again
Yes.
for coming here in our live session, and thank you for making this live livelier. This live livelier. And I know na marami kaming matututunan as Filipino content creator from you guys. And yon, maraming salamat. I do really appreciate your presence here in our live session. So Lem and Rich, first thing is I would like to ask first if along the content creation journey nyo, siguro last year or early this year, did you experience the thing called burnout? Like, or yun, yung katulad na in-explain ni Lem kanina na parang sobrang ang bilis na nangyayari, like, you're all over the place, something like that. Did you ever experience burnout at some point in time?
Who, me or Rich?
Rich, you can go
Naka-heart
first.
attack siya. Of course, na burn out.
No, Lem, I know the reason. I know the reason of that heart attack. I know. Because before
Sobrang ang daming lechon.
no, before he go to hospital, he watched this adobo special. His reaction is priceless. Like,
Oh yeah, I like that reaction video. That was so good.
go Rich, go Rich. Share your thoughts.
burnout, not really. Only because I learned how to I learned pretty quick like how to work smarter and not harder when it came to content creation. It's a lot of times people get burnt out because they're just spinning their wheels, right? And I think at some point it's like everybody wants to be a content creator, but they're not really, they don't have a like a goal.
Yeah.
Right. They don't I think if you can go from point A to point B, really get burnt out. But if you go from point A, tapos you don't really see where point B is going to be, that's when it starts to settle in, like that anxiety and that wonder of like, well, what am I doing? So I never really had that problem. But yeah, I mean, if you just, and it's also for content, don't create content, sit at home. I mean, plain and simple. Like people are like, oh, you have to do it every week. You have to be consistent. Well, guess what? If you don't want to create content this week, don't create content this week.
Yes.
And end of story.
Yes. Thank you. I like the way you explained it because tama ka rin eh. Kapag you suntok sa buwan yung tawag natin, di ba? So, kumbaga, you're all over the place, like you don't have any kind of objective or goal. Starting your YouTube channel, talagang you do everything, like you're everywhere. And because of that, talagang yung work, I mean yung the way you create your content, talagang doble kasi you don't have any path or goal, right, Rich?
Yeah. Well, no. Here's the thing too. It's like, I'm gonna speak on the in regards to like the Filipino creator, because I've been with them a lot. Like, I mean, I know a lot of them. Sometimes, anong tactic nila? mag LS, mag live stream, right? To
Yeah.
to get the watch hours, to get the subscribers. Pero that's hirap yun like spending
Mm-hmm.
5 hours a day on a live stream, that will really burn you out.
Mm-hmm.
Instead na mag-create ka ng content that
Mm-hmm.
you can work on throughout the week, little by
Mm-hmm.
little, tapos on that weekend i-release mo that content can get you, maybe if it's really good, oh no, if it's good, if you planned it right, 2,000 views
Mm-hmm.
equals 1 5-hour live stream, like in
Mm-hmm.
hours or more,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
right?
Right,
And
right, right.
but pero they want this quickness. You want to get this thing done
Mm-hmm.
so fast na
Mm-hmm.
you're willing to spend 5 hours a day with three people sa live stream mo,
Sheesh.
you know, and you'll never get anywhere, because the thing is, like, yeah, okay lang, yeah, you can get a lot of hours sa live
Mm-hmm.
stream, but
Mm-hmm.
if you don't have a fan base, or if you don't have an audience,
Mm-hmm.
2 3 people lamang, your other YouTube friends, kayo lang. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So, hirap yun. Like, you mag-work ka pa, tapos pag-uwi, kain, tapos
Mm-hmm.
live LS ka until all hours of the morning, tapos tulog, tapos gising, same thing all over again, kasi,
LS. Yes.
kasi kailangan mo ng watch hours.
Yes. Plus, hindi pa natin doon kino-consider yung workload mo to connect to other people kasi nagsa-sub to sub.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's sub to sub is that's not smarter. Let's work harder.
It's working
That's
harder.
harder. Oh, hardest.
Yeah. No,
So,
look. Okay,
yeah.
I'm gonna tell you. Like, you can go mag sub to sub ka, spend hours ka sa somebody else's live stream, hours ka dyan, sub to sub, sub to sub, sub to sub. Pero, like, I'll give you an example. One video ko got me 120 subscribers.
Wow.
Wow.
Right? So, one video, like, I didn't have to sub for anything. I put out a good video. Like, that's what you gotta think. Like, think smarter. Like, do you
Yeah.
want to spend 5 hours a live stream trying to get 3 people to subscribe, or spend a couple hours of the day to put out a really good video, tapos get 120 subscribers?
Tama. Right mindset. So, Lem, do you have any view about the
Burnout. I
Yeah.
think I'm with Rich. You know, I think if you are creating from your joy, and if you think of your audience as your end result, your end goal is to provide value to the people that are watching, you know, then the people that are subscribed to you will appreciate that.
Yeah.
And then obviously it will come from place of enjoyment, and most of the time the things that we enjoy, unless we like overdo it, you know, will give us some type of satisfaction. So the burnout, I mean, you know, you guys know I pastor at church too, so I've been pastoring for 22 years, 24 years, so
Wow.
23 years since I was 22, so yeah, 24 years. And so, you know, that's a lot. But if you enjoy it, if it's true to who you are, if you're not trying to make it what it's not, I think that's what it is, right, Rich? If you're trying to make it for what it's not, then you're going to get really dissatisfied and it's going to burn you out. But if you're making it for what it's supposed to be, you know, to bring value to people, to bring your thoughts to different audiences, to create probably a name for yourself that is positive, and hopefully leave something for your children, maybe even monetize, make money off of it. You know, that those things will keep you going. You know, it's just, and also if you're really begin to be a student, if you begin to be a student of scheduling and organizing, all of those things, you know, if you're not a student of that, then it can get overwhelming really quick, I think. Am I correct?
Yes. Tama. Kasi, yun nga, yung going back to dun sa sinabi ni Rich kanina na if you're everywhere and you don't have any specific plan, and yun, tama rin to add Lem's statement earlier na if you don't love what you're doing, tama ba, Lem? Or if it's not about the passion,
Yeah, you have to enjoy really what you're
enjoy.
doing because there's
Mhm.
so many aspects of it, 'di ba? Ang daming dynamics
Mhm.
video creation, video
Mhm.
editing,
Mhm.
audio, image
Mhm.
making, and then informatics,
Mhm.
providing description, so writing. You're talking about comprehension. You're talking
Mhm.
about presence on the camera.
Mhm.
And then you got your marketing, your social media marketing. There's so many aspects that go around with it. Collaborations, giving portions of yourself to other people because they, in turn, they will give back to you. There's so many aspects of it that if you don't love what you're doing, or at least you
Mhm.
are not aware of what your end goal is,
Mhm.
it becomes really overwhelming. If you don't enjoy people, for instance, like, you go on a live and you don't enjoy the people that are live with you. I've seen other content creators that, the work is dry, but that's just the way they
Mhm.
are. So that's their method of enjoyment. But if I come in
Mhm.
here and like Rich and I were roasting you, if we understand before we got on live, naging professional lang once the live button came on.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
but if I come in and I'm a very joyful person, and then the people
Mhm.
around me is not the same, and I have to force myself into it
Mhm.
because I'm wanting to maybe reach a different audience, then you
Mhm.
might, because it's a different audience too. So if you come in there really dry and you're not funny, and then they come to your channel and you're funny and you're all, they'd be like, I'm not sure if this is the guy I watched. So
Yeah.
you got to do everything within who you are and within what you want to do and what you want to
Mhm.
achieve.
Yes. Tama, tama. Do you have something to add, Rich, or
Oh no, I'm good.
okay,
I'm
okay.
good.
So tama tama yung may sinabi
Videos
rin
from the
dito
OR, which he did not do.
Ah.
regrets. Hashtag regrets.
Regrets, regrets,
Regrets.
Yeah.
regrets.
Hashtag, di ba?
Hashtag diba. Nasaan ba si diba?
Wala
Where is
ba
the
si di
diba?
ba? Nag-chat ako kay Rob, please don't watch the replay. Anyway,
We
guys,
love our
I
brother.
I heard Rich told earlier na if for you to be able to work smart, you need to think smart first. So, pupunta tayo dun sa topic na content planning. So,
Ooh. Whoa.
meaning,
Uh-oh.
how do you often plan your content, guys?
Sheesh.
100%, 50%, or just randomly press the button and
You mean as far as planning?
yeah.
Um,
Framework, ganon, or kahit miski skeleton man lang, parang ganon. Like bullet points.
it's mine has changed recently
Mm-hmm.
just a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
but usually I do a lot of keyword research.
Mm-hmm.
I look at, because nowadays, you guys know, I do a lot of reaction videos. So
Mm-hmm.
a lot of that is looking for this groups and seeing what seeing if it's worth it doing a reaction video on them.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of weird because with reaction videos, I also have to think about the monetization aspect of it and how
Mm-hmm.
some of them are I can't monetize them. I can still do it, but I can't monetize. At the end of the day, with my planning, I always look at, okay, what are people looking? Is this subject right here? Is this group whatever? Is it searchable?
Mm-hmm.
Second of all, how does my thumbnail look like ahead, like as I go through, and then I do the video.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's why I don't know if you guys are part of the content marketers cafe
Mm-hmm.
Facebook group. I shared that one post where I did that. I just screen recorded me doing a thumbnail, and it took me
Mhm.
5 minutes to make that, and it's an effective thumbnail, it's because I already had it in my head,
Mhm.
you know. And that's what I have. I just have it in my head that's how the thumbnail's gonna look. This is what the title's gonna be,
Mhm.
and then the content is almost tertiary. It's like third in line,
Mhm.
right? Because you before anybody can watch that video, I need to click.
Oh,
That's
right,
why
right, right.
that's why it's most important for me to think about the title, the thumbnail, and then the video. Because no
Wow,
matter how
that's good.
because no matter how good the video is, I need to click.
Mhm.
That's
You're
good.
not. I don't care. I don't. Nobody's clicking the video. Nobody's watching it.
Mhm.
That's true. The click through. The click through.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you Lem, how do you often plan your content?
So I've been really like just pretty much because of the live streaming aspect of what I really do
Mhm.
with Amazon
Mhm.
Live and several other things. I kind of plan it as a schedule, as kind of like an hour in a day schedule.
Mhm.
Um, and I do a lot of collaborative work with
Mhm.
other Amazon Live. Every Tuesday at 5 p.m. On Eastern Standard Time or New York
Mhm.
City time. I go live with three other guys, and we call ourselves. Well, I called us the Amazon Live Bros, and we just go do deep dives. That's every Tuesday at 5 p.m.
Mhm.
And so we're in the back end, kind of chatting it up as to what we're going to present one week after the next.
Mm.
And then on Tuesdays, I do lives with pro photographers on Amazon Live at 3 p.m. So a lot of that is planned around their content and
Mm.
around, because it's Amazon Live is a QVC style. So I have to put some
Mhm.
products out there.
Mhm.
So it's planned around the product and presentation. But pretty much when it comes to my live, I already have uh, a a preset or a run of show that is like
Mhm.
that will follow, and I have
Okay.
nothing written down. But
Okay.
yeah, for me, I do content first and then kind of hear what I'm trying to say,
Mhm.
and then edit it out and put it together, and then I create the thumbnail. But I like what Rich is saying about the click through rate or the click
Mhm.
through for that thumbnail. So the thumbnail has to be strong.
Yeah.
So I have to. I think that's one of those things that I kind of know, but I have not
Mhm.
really studied per se. I'm not,
Mhm.
because I'm getting to a place where simple is really the best.
Mhm.
Because
Mhm.
I'm a writer, so a lot of times, and I also am a songwriter, composer, or what have you, and
Mhm.
an artist, right, or creator. So a lot of times gusto mo magkaroon poetic, magandang magandang dating. But
Uh-uh.
sometimes the magandang dating is people want to know what's actually on the video.
Yeah.
So you just have to ask yourself, what am I trying to say?
Mhm.
And answer it and see if it's something that other people are asking, you know. I want to get to that place where I'm actually listening to the
Mhm.
audience, kind of like the vibe of the audience to know the question before I even create that content.
Mhm.
So I'd love to know the question and then create the content for that question, as opposed to trying to figure out my own question and creating content for myself in my bubble and then see if other people actually are asking those questions. So that's kind of backwards. So I'm trying to get
Right.
to a place where I'm like
Yeah.
answering questions or actually fielding questions,
Mhm.
hearing what people are saying, and then
Mhm.
coming into. But Rich, and you guys would know, the only way you can do that is actually if you're around more people, if you're actually
Mm.
engaging in conversation, if you're
Mhm.
actually talking, if you're actually online, if you're
Mhm.
actually supporting each other's content,
Mhm.
because sometimes you're in somebody else's stream and you hear
Mhm.
a question and you're like, wow, that's a good question. Or maybe they're asking the same question and the content provider is not answering it the way you would answer it. So
Mhm.
you were like, oh, I wonder if I could answer that question differently.
Yeah.
So
Right.
being not just about your content, but being in the collaborative aspect of it, being about Rich and being about Jeff's stuff and being about Rob's stuff, and you think, well, when am I going to be about my stuff? Well, actually, you are about your stuff once you're in these avenues. That's, to me, that's working smarter, and not trying to work from a bubble.
Yeah.
When you're working at a bubble, when you're working in a bubble, you just know what you know. You don't know what others know, and you certainly are not in touch with other people's what do you call that? Other people's audiences. So parang nasa island ka. If you're in
Mag-isa
the
ka lang.
island, mag-isa ka lang. So you don't know what's going on in the rest of the world. So getting together, getting acquainted, being in the chat rooms, being involved, investing in other people's stuff, that helps you widen your scope and your vision to be able to help a lot more people than the handful that you have.
Tama. Actually, Lem, while you're talking, naalala ko yung mga time na last year. So last year, I have this subscriber na 120 and I just upload on my YouTube kapag may travel, ganun, or parang, alam mo yun, repository ko lang siya ng nangyayari sa buhay ko.
Yeah.
But I see the importance of having a community. When you said yung sumali ka sa live session, mas makipag-interact ka doon, that's really true kasi when I joined Rob's live session, then I interact there, then it started to ignite the fire in my heart na, wow, meron akong mga katulad na tao na gusto yung mga ginagawang ganito. So that pushes me to do more. And after that, yung community na yon, they taught me how to do the things in a right way. Parang dati kasi, yun, same ako nakaka-relate ako sa sinabi ni Rich na sabi niya, alam mo yun, suntok sa buwan kung ano lang gusto ko. Then, to the point na, sabi ko, yoko na mag-upload. Tapos may video ko doon na parang, wala namang views parang, sige, wag na. Then, suddenly, the community build my parang, kumbaga, nag-ignite ng fire. Then, after that, talagang nagtuloy-tuloy. But suddenly,
Suddenly, there's music up above.
Suddenly,
Sorry.
angel. Joke lang. Iba pala yun.
Iba. This music. Ano ba yung Lionel Richie?
There's music up above.
And
Sayang,
you
wala
never
kasi
really
akong-
noticed. Wake up suddenly. You're in a live stream.
Yeah. No, but what I guess at the end of the day, people don't like it when I tell them this, but you can't be selfish.
Yeah.
You can't make selfish content, and a lot of times we are so consumed those vanity metrics, the views, the subscribers, lahat na. That's what we end up burning out because we are trying to chase something that we don't know what the hell we're chasing.
And that's the reason why you work harder kasi you're chasing something.
Yes.
And you have this parang kapag hindi mo siya na-meet at certain point in time, then burnout comes in. Tapos, because you're chasing something, you work extra hard, you don't know what you're doing, di ba? It's not planned. Kaya ako tinanong kung your content, you're planning your content. Kasi most of my parang nakikilala sa YouTube community or YouTube space na talagang they're consistent on uploading on YouTube or on their social media platforms na main is they really plan their content.
Bro, pero ang nagpaplanang lang sa content is one thing, but execution and discipline is another thing.
Yeah.
Because madami tayong mga plano, 'di ba?
Tama.
Gagawin ko dito, gagawin ko diyan, so forth and so on. I'll upload every week, blah blah blah. And you can even get to a place where you're actually kind of like understanding what your direction is. Pero kung wala kang discipline o wala ka talagang application of what you plan, it really goes away. So for me, I have to have some pull outside of myself. Kailangan kong tulong. You know what I'm saying? Kailangan ko
Yeah.
talagang tulong dahil kung wala akong tulong, talagang matutulog. You know, so for instance, you coming here and saying, hey, Lem, Rich, Rob, can you guys hang out? So, tulong yan sa akin. Dahil,
Yes.
otherwise at 9 o'clock here, what am I going to be doing, right? Or here in the States, 9:30, right? So, tulong yan sa akin. It reminds me that, hey, bro, there are people now that considers you a content creator. There are people now that considers you as an influence in that community. And so now you're reliable, or not reliable, but you're accountable to them. Now you have to do more than what you say. You gotta have to do what you say you do. Otherwise, people will be disappointed, and you know, some of their things that they look up to you, and their expectation of you begins to diminish. And then, what happens when their expectation of you begins to diminish? Then their following or their faithfulness, or their regard to your channel diminishes too, because now you say, you know what, this guy is inconsistent. Ganyan nangyayari din sa mga audience natin. Kung hindi tayo lumalabas doon sa YouTube o kaya sa mga socials natin, makikita nila, ay, hindi naman reliable to. Kasi gusto kong mag-listen sa 10 o'clock sa Pilipinas, you know, every Friday, pero hindi nag-show up. So siguro ano yun, I'll just find another thing to watch. Because there are people that if you drop some bomb content, they're like, wow, I want to hear about this. And they actually schedule their day to hear from you. You know, I mean, those people are crazy, but parang tayo, anong nangyayari? Nagiging TV tayo. Nagiging TV tayo. Ang TV, di ba, is scheduled every single time. So nagiging TV tayo. Ang ganda nga ng opportunity. Tayo ang TV. Ano ba na? I mean, we're not, you know, we didn't go to school to be content creators o kaya mga actors. Pero mas madaming nagpa-follow sa atin, mga actors, konti-konti lang. Ang dami natin nagpa-follow. Parang A-list actor tayo na sa ating sa ating circle. So, but what happens to you when we don't provide? So you need not only planning, but you need to execute. You need to execute, you know, and you gotta do doable steps. Kasi may mga tao na they plan and they can execute. Pero they need help. Ayun talagang kailangan natin tulong. So unless you are one of those people that are just, you know, a beast, siguro katulad ni Mr. Beast na this is him, he does maybe, but even him. He's got the other guys. You know, you need a team. You need a group of people. And it doesn't have to be the same groups of people. I have you guys. You know, I have the Filipino content creator community. And then I have my Amazon Live community. And then I have my LGL, Let's Get Live group. And so what happens to me? I become more productive. Not because Lemuel is so great and is so good. It's just he is so connected to different packs. The wolf packs that he runs with moves him along. Ayun talaga maganda. I mean, you think about runners, and I'm sorry I'm hugging the space, but now you're getting me passionate, diba? No, even the running space, diba, Rich? If you know this, Jeff, if you're running a marathon, you're as fast as the people running with you. And you may even run faster than you normally do.
Yes.
Because of the pack that you're with. There is a thing called a pacer. Meron ka nagmo-motorcycle o kaya nagbibisikleta sa next to a runner. It's not there to keep them safe. It's there to keep them paced. Nako, lem drops yon.
Double na naman.
Yeah, it's there. Yeah, because when you're not running with people, you don't know if you're running fast. You don't know if you're running slow. All you know is you're running.
Wala kang kumbaga standard.
Yeah.
I think at tawag doon yung comparison kung ano ba yung performance talaga. Parang ganun.
Yeah, dude. So
yeah, there you go. Thank you for your na speechless bigla no. Pero hindi na take down ko dito na the right, hindi naman formula. We don't have any formula for being kung paano mo gawin yung, kung paano ma-achieve yung pag-work smarter as a content creator. But one thing na nakita ko dito is you need to plan, then you need to execute, then you need discipline. Plus, you need a community that will help
There you
you
go,
grow
bro.
with.
That's good.
Yes.
That's
So, yun
good.
yung nakita ko dito. And also, kanina nagbabasa-basa din kasi ako ng mga something about productivity. Alam niyo, may nakita ko dito, ito, naka-post-it pa eh. So, sabi dito, complexity is the enemy of execution. So,
Wow.
I think the thing here is what we do is complex. Like, sabi mo nga, Lem, kanina, set up ka ng camera, set up ka ng lights, ng
Yeah, it's a
kung
lot.
ano-ano mo. Oo. Pero if you have the community, if you have the planning, if you really want to execute it and you have the discipline, I think the complexity will become easier kasi you have the circle na magpupush sa'yo na I need to do this one, I need to do this. So, in that way, parang yung work hard na ginagawa mo dati na parang too much effort sa'yo, nagiging mas madali at nagkakaroon ka ng rhythm for you to be able to work smarter in the next few content pa na gagawin mo. So, that's one thing na take away ko dun sa mga sinabi nyo, Rich and Lem. So, there you go. If you have any...
Micah's Micah's got the good question. Micah's question.
Yeah. There you go. Being a content creator, what sacrifice do you do to make your channel grow? Oh, so does anyone of you want to go first?
I eat a lot of balot. No, just kidding.
So go, Rich. I think you have.
What sacrifices? I used to sacrifice.
Hello,
you know, since the topic of this show is work smarter, not harder.
Mm-hmm.
I've developed my own way to get content out as quickly as I possibly can, so that I don't waste time.
Yeah.
Right. A lot of times people say that, you know, na ni sakripisyo ko yung time ko sa family. You'll never ever sacrifice time with your family for content. I'll tell you that, because that's time you'll never ever be able to get back.
Bro.
That's
some stuff.
Yeah, time with your friends. So what I do is that I know now this is how way my content is. Most of the time is in regards to the title and the thumbnail.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time I do takes up most of the time in creating my content.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what I do with my editing?
Mm-hmm.
I learn how to edit backwards. Work smarter, not
talk about that,
harder.
bro. What does that mean?
Do you guys know how backwards?
What does that mean?
Okay, so if I'm sitting here in front of the camera and I'm telling you guys, I'm teaching you guys about this cutter, this box cutter, I could repeat my line 6 times, right? But I know that by the last line, tapos na I got the right line. I edit from that end backwards to to where I start, and then I just edit the rest. So I don't go through 5 minutes of time to get to that point. I know that at the end of this clip,
ang
ending the end of the clip is where I got the good take. So I work end backwards, and then once I get to the start of the sentence, I cut and I delete the rest, because I don't have to see 5 minutes of
banter.
Of banter of me going, ay nako, again, ay nako, again, ay no, again. I just keep going. I'll go. So with this great pen, all you got. With this box cutter, with this box cutter, it's an ultimate tool to open boxes with no problem, because it has a retractable tip. And then I know from that point, I go backwards, cut the rest, and then go.
That's good. That's a good tip, bro.
You know, yeah. And what I also do is that I know a lot of you guys are vloggers, not like sit down and look at the camera like out the street.
Yes.
Record each sentence, or as much as you're comfortable with, at a time. So I'll come up with like 70 clips, and most of those 70 clips are like one paragraph's worth of me saying something, because it's easier, it's quicker, it's faster. It's like, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be going over here to the store, and we're going to go pick up some stuff to make for dinner tonight. Cut. Right? So I'm not wasting time. I know that clip there, if I have to scrub it over, I'm not scrubbing over 10 minutes of verbiage just to find out what I want to say.
Mhm.
Because sometimes, because you got to understand, you're creating drama, you're creating content,
Mhm.
and and it look, it's not real life. No matter how much you want to think about it, it's not creating a show,
Mhm.
reality show mode.
Reality yan.
You
Nako,
know,
ang galing.
you're creating a reality show. You're creating a space for people to enjoy. So does it have to be 100% real? Absolutely not. Because trust me,
Wow,
if you
that's
ever
good stuff, bro.
if you ever watched some of my older vlogs, sometimes it's in the beginning, it's actually the end. What's in the middle is actually the beginning.
Yeah.
Create a story that captivates,
Mhm.
right? But so if you have all these things na pwede mo switch lang, so
Mhm.
much easier for your content at the end of the day.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
That's
Tama,
good,
tama.
bro.
So,
Yeah, I learned to do that. I learned to do that in Vlogmas at the end where I was just like, because the first 10 to 15 seconds of the video needs to captivate, right?
Right.
And sometimes when you're brand new, especially if you're a brand new content creator, sometimes you want to, pontificate a little bit while you're creating this video, listening to Mr. Beast,
Yeah,
we
no.
understand, hey, tell me what the video is about. Get right to the heart of the video, and whatever else you have to go, and make sure that you're inviting people to stay on the video, because when you look at your metrics, you can see that ang daming ang tao na nagle-listen, but maybe after 15 or 30 seconds later, or maybe even a minute later, baba kagad yung ano mo, followership. So you have to learn how to navigate the roller coaster of your viewership.
yes.
And being able to give mga parang vocal, would it be right, Rich, Jeff, your vocal direction. Hey, just in a couple of minutes from now or whatever, I will talk about this, but before that, this happens, so you have to have vocal directive so people can know, okay, I'm going to watch a little bit
Eto,
more because he's going to tell me something.
Yeah.
But I need this right now to understand what he's about to say. So that's an art of itself, diba?
Tama, tama.
Yeah.
Parang
It's the art of
nililid,
storytelling.
oo, nililid mo, parang laging bitin, gusto ko pa manood. Okay, ito.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
kailangan ko
Hindi
pakinggan
mo,
yung sunod.
wag mong bitin, pero abitin.
Oo.
Yeah.
Bitin. Parang,
Yeah. Well,
I don't know if that made any sense.
It does make sense, but I'm gonna give you an example. Like, okay, you're that's a Philippines ka, so you want to showcase, this beach that you ang love ng this
wait lang,
resort.
Rich, just hold first. Kasi may comments si Mike, sabi niya, naawa lang ako, sabi niya, na nosebleed ako, but it's fine. Guys,
Sorry lang.
I don't understand what he's saying. But so too deep, too heavy.
No, because it's English now, so he's challenging you to speak in Tagalog.
Oh. Okay. So
I'm trying.
So
Kamusta ba ang Tagalog ko? I'm far removed from the Philippines 30 years. So, and then I don't talk to these are the only Filipino people I know, man.
Well, let me
Go, Rich.
Mike has a thing. Maraming salamat po. I guess my decision in deleting my channel has a way. I know. Why you deleting channel? But yeah, you can answer that while I go through this. No,
I'll go.
No, so here's the thing. It's about pacing. A lot of times people don't understand the pace of their video, right? So, nasa Pilipinas ka, punta ka doon sa resort, like showcase mo yung bagong resort sa, near your house. 5 minutes into the video, nasa bahay ka pa. Bakit?
Tama. My point.
Bakit nasa bahay ka pa? Kung wala point na bakit nasa bahay ka pa na, or wala, late ang grab mo, late ang taxi mo, late ang driver mo, late ang nanay mo. You don't have to be in the house na i-explain pa na today we're gonna go to the beach. No. Start ka na sa beach. Start ka na sa resort. Start your vlog there. Hi guys, nandito na kami. If it doesn't have to be, kung exciting of course, i-film mo lahat. pero it doesn't need to stare because you never know kung anong mga B-roll na kailangan mo.
Tama,
Because sometimes the road to where you're getting is needed for you to show part of the story. Pero it doesn't need to be
point.
like, hey guys, nandito kami sa Singapore, nandito pa kami sa hotel, mamaya we're gonna go see yung merlion. Pero 10 minutes into the video, wala ka pa sa lion, nasa hotel ka pa, nag-lunch pa ka mo.
Malayo ka pa, hindi ka naman sa
Hindi
lion.
na lion, malayo pa.
Malayo.
Yeah. So yun talaga, you gotta understand like the pacing of your video. And it makes editing so much easier. Trust me, it makes everything so much easier now. You have think of it again. It's a reality show.
Right? I think if I could add to what you were saying, Rich, if I could add to what you're saying, I think a lot of times we think that people should listen to us. No, we don't have the right for anybody to listen to us. That's a privilege that we, that they give us. They don't have to do anything. And so for us to talk for 30 minutes or 3 minutes, let's say, before you get to your point, they don't have to listen to you. Now, if they have been following you for years and years and years, they would listen to you on a live stream, and then you could banter for 10 minutes and they'll actually enjoy it because, you are their boy, you are their guy. But when you're doing videos, you got to get right to what people want and what exactly you're wanting to do at that time. Or, so that you get to that place and you give some people, even parang may teaser, diba? I'm watching this new show called Ghost Town Living. I don't know if you guys ever watch it. It's about a 10-month-old, 11-month-old YouTube that's almost reaching 100, reaching over 800, close to 1 million subs now.
Where that guy bought that Ghost Town?
Yeah, the cinematography, the video, the audio, the guy, it feels like, when watching him, it feels like he went to school for it because he just understands it. But it's a matter of storytelling, like Rich is saying, but not in the way of development like Gone with the Wind. Ang content creation natin, we are at the staircase, diba, already. We are not waiting for all of that other rigmarole. We have to bring them to to that point where like almost like a Home Alone, diba? We gotta bring them to that place where these guys are already getting beat up by Macaulay Culkin. So you don't wait. You have to get right to the meat of your content. Yeah, and so it helps you too. It helps you because then it makes you think, okay, what exactly am I trying to say? Once you figure that out, then like Rich was saying, edit backwards, put that in the front, and then everything else, maybe you should just delete it because you may think, oh, this is important when it's really not.
Yeah. Kailangan talaga i-consider natin lagi yung relevance ng sinasabi natin dun sa content. Kasi, di ba, as a Filipino, alam nyo yun as our culture na makwento tayo na parang lahat gusto nating sabihin. But then again, tama si Rich na once na nilagay mo sa umpisa pa lang kapag ginawa mo yon na alam mo na yung end goal So, malalaman mo kung relevant ba yung mga susunod dun sa naumpisahan mo. So, ang ganda nung sinuggest ni Rich kanina na you do it backward na dapat alam mo yung end goal ng video mo, di ba? Yes, parang work back lang sa accounting na dapat alam mo yung amount mo na bago mo i-adjust yung mga dapat i-adjust sa taas. So
I mean, look, if I can put a little spiritual spin into this thing too.
Go.
Nas Pilipinas naman tayo, di ba? Yes. The Bible tells us that God works the end from the beginning. Even God is a content creator that has the end in mind first. Yeah. You know what I mean? He's at the end, and then he worked backwards. Yep. So we have to take it from the ultimate creator who actually knows the end and then works backwards.
Yes. And tawag ito, na blanco eh, no? Speaking of working back or knowing the end, babalik tayo dun sa ano eh, yung you have the somehow yung na plan mo, then you have the discipline, then you execute it, and you have the community na magpupush sa'yo na do it, parang
It's
ganon.
funny because I'm working kind of backwards because I'm closing on the 200 subs, but I feel I have so much more community than I have subscribers.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm so invested in the community that I feel like the subscribers will just come. You know, one day it'll just happen.
Actually, yeah.
Go ahead.
Go
Bro.
lang. Hindi, I mean, yun din yung na-feel ko ngayon na with you guys, na nakilala ko, and the community that I belong, parang yung subscribers, it doesn't matter na. Because the circle that I have, ang dami ko natututunan na parang, guys, yung mga natututunan ko dito siguro worth thousands of dollars kapag in-enroll ko sa isang school or what. Na parang siguro, wow, the value of the community na meron ako, na belong ako, hindi na siya mapapantayan.
Yeah, think about this, Jeff. Think about this, man. Just knowing you guys per se, how much more valuable are you than strangers subscribed? Right? The fact of the matter is, I'm engaging with you. Mm-hmm. So you're more valuable than the subscribers that I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, how many subscribers does knowing you equal? I'm not sure. I don't know. But knowing Rob, for instance, is more valuable.
Yes.
Because he's connected to different communities that allows me to enter into those communities. So, you know, sometimes we get into this metrics system, not metrics, but the vanity metrics, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The system that allows us to think that we're doing well. But in reality, like sinabi ni Mikas, 1.7K pero wala kang community. So what are all those people? So that means over the years, you've amassed subscribers pero wala, your conversation is, your connection is, I feel more robust. I feel more connected than those that may have 10,000 in their subscriber, because I'm so much more connected into different avenues. I'm like, I have a real viable Twitter account, a real viable IG account. I have a viable collab situation here with you guys, and I enjoy. That's really what it's about, right? Mm-hmm. It's about connecting with people in a deeper way that you never would have connected if you did not put yourself out there. Yeah.
And also to add,
but also I want to
go,
add
Rich.
too.
Go, Rich. You first.
I was gonna add too. It's like, what do you consider your community?
Good question, bro. I like that.
Because Micah said I deleted my channel because I had a 1.7K, but still my community is missing. Well, what did you expect from that community? Because they don't owe you anything.
Good question, bro.
Right? You have 1.7K subs. Now, not every 1.7K people there will watch your video. Mm-hmm. So a lot of times we look at that, we want to make selfish content, expecting the 1.7 people that we have sub to actually watch it. Well, guess what? No. I have 2K something subs, and when I look at my metrics, 95% of the people that watch my videos are not subscribed to me. Right? So those guys, so what I do is that I try to create content to generate more people, like to generate more subs, to generate more views, because at the end of the day, content is king, context is queen, and community is God. But at the end of the day, at 1,000 subs, who are you? You don't really have a community then.
Dude, I wanna jump onto that with what you just said, bro. Reminds me of para din sa mga governmental agencies, di ba? Mm-hmm. Once the government thinks that the people are for them, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Di ba? Yes. Ganyan nangyari kay Marcos. I was still young when that happened. But if you think about the history of the Philippines, a lot of times corruption happens. Here it is. Here's a lem drop. Corruption happens when those that are on top think that the people are for them.
Mhm.
Hindi yan dapat.
Yeah.
The people on the
Other
top
way
are for the
around.
people.
Yeah.
So the same thing with content creators. You cannot think, well, the people are for me. No. You're for the people. So
Service
as
content.
long as you're serving the audience, as long as you're serving your viewership, as long as you're serving subs, you're doing what's supposed to be done by a content creators. Once you
Mhm.
think, oh, I'm gonna go and bring and take the people and put their monies in my pocket and use
Mm.
them for my benefit, you
Mm.
will, the people will feel it. And then the
Yeah.
revolt happens. You'll get voted out of
Yeah.
office. And that
Mhm.
means nobody will watch your videos anymore.
Yep.
But also, like, keep in mind, at the end of the day, there's analytics and there's
Yep.
algorithms that are involved in this. Yeah, 1.7K ang subs mo. Pero like that's small change, right? That's that's small numbers according to YouTube,
Mhm.
quote unquote small.
Yeah.
Pero like for you, like you have a good video, pero yung title ng video mo, where have I been? Like, listen, no one cares where you've been.
That's good, bro.
Like 1.7
Wow.
people don't really care where you've been.
Mhm.
Like kung seryosan if you want to talk
Oh,
seriously,
go.
Go.
at 1.7K, even at 500, even at 2K,
This
wherever,
is so good.
nobody cares where you have been.
Mhm.
Like yung mga video, where have I been? Why haven't I been vlogging? Listen, there's so many people on YouTube. They forget that you even didn't really put out a video last week,
So good.
right? Because ang dami nila na channels. So here's what you do. What is the most searchable thing that you did in that video?
Yeah.
Right? What is the most searchable thing that you did na you to not be? Oh, na hospital ako, right? Na heart attack ako. That's
Yeah.
so like not where have I been, or
Mhm.
or get ready with me. Like, really, get ready with me? Like, who are you? Wala
That's,
ka like, who are you? What do you mean get ready with you?
Yeah. And to add you,
Yes.
yung going back doon sa sinabi ni Rich and Lem, straight to the point. Like, wag mong paligoy-ligoy pa na sa title and thumbnail. Ano pa rin, teaser pa din. Get
No,
the teaser is over, man. Just get right to it.
Yeah.
The teaser should have happened in the previous video. The teaser should have
I don't
been
like
your
like,
video and say, hey, watch this video. You know?
Yeah. No, but we try to follow like the thing that people say na, oh, trending yon, kailangan na gagawin. Like, get ready with me. Oh, trending, pero get ready with me. Tapos i-search mo, get ready with me Philippines. Sinong top? Si Ivana Alawi.
Yeah.
Yeah, all those known
top
people.
stars.
Yeah.
Puro known people.
Yeah, siempre naman, no. I'm watching Ivana Alawi to get ready, but I'm not getting ready with Ivana Alawi. I'm watching Ivana Alawi. You know what I mean? I'm not that pretty. You know?
Kasi yung pangalan, bro. To your point, Rich, yung pangalan ang searchable. Ang pangalan niya searchable.
Yeah.
So the fact of the matter is, it's not getting ready with me is not the searchable. Pangalan niya ang searchable. Eh, yung pangalan mo hindi searchable eh.
Hindi naman. Oh, okay. Here's the thing. Okay, get ready with me, or where have I been? Nakita mo, oh, Will Dasovich, where have I been?
Yep. Kilala na talaga sila.
34,000 views.
Searchable.
Okay.
They have the community
Hindi naman
na.
searchable. No. He has like
Following.
ano yun?
No, that's what I meant. That's what I meant. Just quote unquote searchable, because people will search his name.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then they'll go and follow whatever.
But the thing is the volatility, right? The video. Okay, Will Dasovich can put he has like what, 4 million subscribers?
Wow.
Right now? Maybe, I don't know, maybe 2 to 4. Siempre, by the time that one video comes out in the first hour, 10,000 views na yon. Right? That's that's a 1%, that's or 4,000 views. That's a 4% click-through rate. That's horrible. Pero 4,000 people immediately
watch.
Right. That's why sometimes too, like don't pay. I know one of these days we'll go over not paying attention to click-through rates, because no, like Mr. Beast, 65 million, right? 65, right? So at 1% of 65 million is how many?
6.5 million.
Right. So one video at 1% click-through rate, it's 6.5 million. So that's obviously you
He
can never
normally
compare
gets like 30 million views.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
that's still
you can't compare
3%
yourself
only,
to those guys. Yeah, like jojowahin trotropahin,
or
like really
5%.
like
Sorry.
yeah, like
That content.
jojowahin trotropahin chai. That content. It's funny, it's good, but it's only really funny when you see celebrities do it, like Manny Pacquiao.
Right,
You
right,
know what I
right.
mean?
Yeah.
No, like at the end of the day, I always tell myself that no one really cares that you're doing this, Rich. No one cares about that piece, and you have to be you have to be 100% real with yourself to save yourself the time in editing something that nobody's gonna care about.
Yeah.
And
That's
think
the
about it
reason
too,
why. Yeah.
Rich. I'm sorry.
Go, Lem.
No,
Go,
think
Lem.
about it, Rich. Di ba si ano ba yun?
PewDiePie.
Beauty Pie, di ba? He has over 100 million subs.
Mm.
And Mr. Beast, talking about Mr. Beast, he has maybe 50 or 60 million subs. Pero Mr. Beast has 30 million views, 45 million views on his video, and PewDiePie has only like 6 million or 7 million views. So who's more effective?
Mhm.
You know? And even though he's known, we understand that Mr. Beast is more effective than the one that has 10 million views, 10
Because of
million
the
subscribers.
content.
Yeah, because of his content.
Service content.
Yeah,
Yeah. So,
I mean, but
ang
it's
ganda
still a
kasi
4% click-through rate.
Go, Rich. I mean, yeah, having the service content talagang it will service content rather than selfish content, it will
Oh,
make
I like that, bro.
your life easier because instead of grinding out and getting no result, and because of the no result you turn into parang burnout, and having those selfless content, or I mean the service content, umaani, di ba?
Well, I
And
like that, bro. Kasi no result, you said that. What you said, no result equals burnout.
yeah.
But you should be working to build a community. That should be your result.
Yeah.
Diba, Rich? That
Yeah.
should be your result. Like the result is that there are people that I know now, people that follow me,
Yeah.
people that are looking towards. Dapat ganon, hindi mo tinitingnan subscriber lang. Oh, that's my
Yeah.
The result is
Tama.
now people are appreciating me. Dapat ganyan ang ano mo. Na
Mindset.
nilalagay mo sa mindset na resulta mo, hindi sa madaming subscribe, pero but rather ang dami nagko-connect sa iyo.
Yeah.
There are many people that want to connect with you. Now remember, 1.7, even though it's nothing in YouTube space. Imagine you walking into a room and 1.7 thousand people are wanting to see you.
Yeah.
Bro, you can't just go in there and like, I'll just show up whenever.
Yeah.
Kung nandun sila if they're in one room and 1.7 thousand of them are in a room and you just go whenever you want to and you're thinking, oh, people will wait for me. Ano ka, sobra kang prideful.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, like, like having an audience of 1.7 subs, that's 5 movie theaters.
Because we're not
movie
downing
theaters.
you, bro. We're just taking your number. Okay, so this is not directly to you. This is general.
But the thing is, like, like with no results equals burnout, like as Jeff said. But the thing is, I'm a stats guy. I'm a data geek. I pull up my look. If I improve my my click-through rate by 1%, whether or not I improve my my view duration by a minute, 2 minutes, a few seconds, listen, it's you're not gonna be a millionaire overnight. You're not gonna be Casey Neistat overnight. So you work on it. So as long as you understand whatever I'm doing, I'm trying to get to this end goal of being the best that I can be. There's always results. Every single content, even if it's just a little bit, there's a result. Hindi ka ma-burn out because you know that it went up 5%. Oh, great, 5%. Then next, another 5%. And next thing you know, this video, I got 1 subscriber. Tapos this next video, another subscriber. It's a result, right? Somebody liked that enough to click on it.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
You know?
Just to ano rin, parang feeling ko nakita ko na yung root of the problem of
Problema. Yeah.
from this from Mika's, kasi yung word niya dito is being a content creator, what sacrifice do you do? I think let's change the word sacrifice to investment. Right? Because as a content creator, we don't sacrifice, we invest. We invest on time, we invest on people, we invest on the relationship, we invest on the communication. We don't waste time, we invest on time.
Yeah, but it's the same concept as when somebody says, "Oh, let me make time." Well, you can't make time. What you do, you find time.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, sorry. No. People say, "Oh, let me find time." You can't find time. You make time.
Yes.
Yeah, you know. So when you can make time, it's not a sacrifice.
It's
because you're not trying to find it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And also, I think more than just yung sakripisyo, kaya investment. People are not money. People are not companies.
Yep.
We make connections. Dapat ganyan talaga. We make connection. If you're gonna do investment, you invest in people's connection. Katulad ni Mikas. I've never known him, but now I feel connected with him in some way. I'm mentioning his name in the mentions. I'm adding him. Now there's a connection. Now there's a desire for me. Oh, siguro si Mikas nandun sa Filipino content creators community over there. So maybe I can find him. Or maybe Mikas is doing the same. Maybe he's like, oh, Lemuel, I wonder he's over there. Lem Drops is over there. I wonder if he's over there. Let me find him. Ganyan talaga makikita natin kung nakikita, like Rich was saying, if you're seeing your subscriber count raise, don't just think, oh, look, I'm getting better subs. There are people that are wanting to connect with me. Ganyan talaga dapat mindset natin. Para sabihin natin titingnan. And I'm talking to myself too. Because my 198, I'm enjoying my connections with my brothers over here. At saka other things. But now I have to look at that 198 and be like, those are individual people and they chose to subscribe with me because they thought, hey, this guy's worth following. Just think about that, man. Just think about it. Imagine one of these guys think, oh, let me subscribe. Now, obviously, we'll probably subscribe to support, but still, it doesn't matter. That means somehow we got connected in some way, and we said, you know what, I'm going to support him because we had a good conversation online, or I saw him post something that was interesting. That's still a person. So every sub is a person. Just consider that.
Yes, na ano ko rin yan sa isang content, parang nadaanan ko siya. Sabi ni, I don't know if you know, yung mga viewers natin, if you know her name is Cassie Go Lucky sa TikTok. Sabi niya doon, nung nagla-live siya, sabi niya, don't consider your subscribers as a number. Consider them as a person, as people na may heart, na merong, they follow you because they want to support you. If you consider them as a number,
well,
then,
I follow you because you're mapogi.
Guys, I followed Lem and Mr. Suave right here because they're pogi too. Nagbulahan na. So there you go. Parang if you want to work smarter, being a content creator, you must need to know first kung you must need to think smarter first by doing yung mga sinabi kanina, like the execution, you need some planning first, at least a rough plan, then you need the discipline for you to be able to execute, and most especially kailangan mo ng community that will push you na to go greater. Kasi gusto ko yung sinabi ni Lem, if you're walking with someone, hindi mo malalaman kung hindi mo mararamdaman yung layo ng nilakad mo kasi you're walking with someone. Compared dun sa mag-isa ka lang, di ba? Pag mag-isa ka lang, parang, matagal pa ba? Layo pa ba? Pero pag you have this kind of people like Lem and Rich, you will not know na more than 1 hour na pala kami nagkakwentuhan, di ba? Nagulat din ako na parang ko, what? It's more than 1 hour right now.
You know what else is a good thing about walking with somebody in the content creator space, in the YouTube space?
Yep.
It is that when you walk in with enough people, you soon find out you're not the worst one there. but seriously though, like, okay, so again, I'm gonna go back to how, like the burnout, and then it. A lot of times we compare ourselves to, again, like Casey Neistat, right, or Peter
Mm-mm.
McKinnon, right?
Mm-mm.
Those are guys that we compare. Oh, sana ganun how does Peter McKinnon just end up on YouTube and within like a year have 2 million subs,
Yep.
right? It's a But the thing is, like, you got to remember, you got to learn the craft too. If you just got on YouTube and this is the first time you've ever held a DSLR or an SLR or whatever camera, it takes years for you to master behind this lens right here.
Yeah.
Right? So Casey Neistat, Peter McKinnon, at least 10, 15 years, maybe 20 years of working behind a camera or in front of the camera to get where they are now.
Yep.
Right? So you got to learn your craft too. Then you get on you, and keeps me sane and keeps me going is because I pull up my data, then I'm looking at like my click-through rate, I'm looking at my monetization, I'm looking at all my stuff. Tapos I make that a challenge. That's what makes it fun for me. Looking at like, oh, I went up 1%. Oh, look, this video. Hey, look, this video didn't hit the views. Why? Then I search and I'm like, well, at the end of the day, you always have to make do, right? Oh, this video only hit 500 views, but it has 46 comments. Well, guess what? It was engaging. Then I move on to the next video, then move on to the next video, and that's really all it is.
Yep.
Is that I just keep challenging myself, and you keep challenging yourself, and you don't get burnt out so easily.
Yep. And also, just to add, guys, sabi dito ni Mikas, great point, Mr. Suave, noted. And just to add you, the working smart is not like overnight, diba? We're talking about practice, learning your craft. So same with working smart, you need to practice, you need to dedicate yourself, you need the discipline for you to be able to execute working smart. Kasi di ba, be honest na some of us talaga nagsisimula talaga dun sa talagang parang we exert more effort, then suddenly katulad ni Rich, na-discover niya yung workflow niya eh, di ba? This working smart is like DNA. It's personalized to each of one of us. Tama ba yung grammar? Personalized siya sa bawat isa sa atin na kung paano tayo mag-work smart. All of these points na sinabi namin is just parang stepping stone for you to be able to achieve kung ano man yung mga mas easier workflow na pwede mo ma-achieve in the future. So yan. Yun lang. Inad ko lang yun. So guys, do you have any additional advice to our viewers about being a content creator, focusing on their subscriber first?
I have advice for Mr. Suave.
Go, Lem.
Lay off the lechon and the balot, bro.
What's with the pulveron?
The pulveron?
Oh, I love the
man.
pulveron, man.
The pulveron
is terrible. But
the picture, I don't know the context of that. You shared some picture of, I don't know if it's pulveron.
I'm just it's a pulveron dahil I was just teasing Rich because he just came out of the hospital, and I'm like, look what I'm eating, bro. Because I know he has to have a certain diet. He had to have. Yeah. He needed that diet 10 years ago, but he just has to apply it now.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, you guys take care of your health too, because man, that was horrible. I was really had like 1% chance. I made it through, but
wow,
yeah,
the Lord.
But I'm just sad. Thank the Lord, but Lord, why didn't you give me my camera that day?
That's hilarious.
No, like, in the whole aspects of ended, I guess, this way, if I wanted to say the work smarter, not harder, comes with practice.
Yep.
Comes with experience, right? I can't. Oh, so mamaya. I can't let it be. I can't say that. Oh, you know, I can't
You're
even talk.
terrible.
Yeah, like I can't say now. You start going on YouTube, and it's the first time because a Final Cut, the first time because a Premiere, first time mo
Mhm.
my mirrorless or my DSLR, first time on now you're working with different type of lighting. Now, oh, you should work smarter, not harder. Well,
Mhm.
what do you know what is smart,
Mm.
right?
Mhm.
Like a lot of times I have to know, in because I use a Sony, right?
Mhm.
Because I use a
Mhm.
Sony,
Mhm.
and because I use a Sony, um,
Mhm.
the the menu system is not as simple as Canon, right? But I
Mhm.
but it's much more customizable than Canon. I
Mhm.
Rich, did you know? I mean,
so
I mean,
so
Jeff,
I
did
can
you know?
No
yeah.
comment. No
I mean,
comment.
yeah, it's a lot more customizable. I could add, I can move, I move things around, but it took me almost a year to figure that out. Like, how to set up my camera. So
Mhm.
I just,
Mhm.
I just push this button and it gets me straight to, you know,
Mhm.
4K 120,
Mhm.
for,
Mhm.
4K 60, 1080p. It takes you time, and it takes that drive to want to learn the program, like Final Cut. Like,
Mhm.
work smarter, not harder. Guess what?
Yes.
Mhm.
If you ask our good friend Doc Rock, what is the first thing he does when he looks at new software?
Breaks it.
Keys, quick keys, quick
Yep.
keys, right?
Mhm.
Find out what those hotkeys are,
Mhm.
because
Mhm.
to cut is B in Final Cut. To go
Mhm.
back to select a section is R for
Mhm.
range. So
Mhm.
again, it takes a lot of time. It takes your dedication to learn that, and then once you develop that, the foundation,
Mm.
then you can start to think about working smarter, not harder. Because if I told you my whole process, I could walk you step by step, and especially kung bago ka lang sa YouTuber space,
Mhm.
my God, mag-nosebleed ka even itatagalog ko,
Totoo. Totoo.
you know.
So every one of us must discover our own workflow for us to be able to work smart. This ulitin ko, these things na sinabi namin is just your stepping stone, or parang sabi nga namin na if you walk this journey with other people, may comparison ka eh. Over dun sa mag-isa ka lang na kala mo ito pala yung work smart, pero pag tingin mo, okay, ito pala yung dapat. So, I'll practice myself na maging ganitong way. Then, if it works, then go. Kasi it develops your skills and develops your workflow na mas maging okay at magkaroon ka ng time for your family, di ba? So, yun. Again, just a reminder, you can take this points na sinabi namin all throughout the live session na as a stepping stone or as a comparison na, yeah, you can make this kind of work smart thing. So, Lem, do you have any thoughts for our viewers?
Don't be afraid. Just go ahead and go for it. Always be growing
Mm-hmm.
and never be ashamed to be wrong. Because in sometimes in knowing you're wrong, you can learn to do better. So, if somebody tells you something, don't take it personal. Kasi tayo mga Pilipino, we take that a lot personal. But
Mm-hmm.
you know, dapat talaga kailangan natin. We have to learn how to receive
Mm-hmm.
correction, so to speak. That's
Yep.
what I would suggest.
Yep.
Yes.
So, yan. Thank you for
Just
Mikas
like what
for dropping.
the Art of Mars says.
Yeah, go. Read it,
Yeah.
Rich.
Parang Picasso, improve your craft and reach the point you can break the rules for what works for you. And that's very true, because little do you guys know, I went to art school. And one of the things I've learned is once you finish art school, you do everything backwards.
Yeah.
You just break the rules.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it makes it even more fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Sabi dito ni Mikas, wala siyang PC to edit DSLR, but that doesn't stop me. So learning how to edit using mobile only, I really
I
appreciated
edited all my
it so
stuff in
much.
InShot. All my
Yeah,
stuff is edited in InShot for those the one I did. I do. Um, you know,
yeah.
until I get really suave, then I'm still in the InShot phase.
Yeah. So yun, actually, nagsimula tayong lahat dun eh. Just sinabi ni Mikas na we don't have the gear, we don't have the equipment, we don't have the knowledge for the software na gagamitin natin. But the thing is, meron tayong mga kasama and the thing is, hindi tayo nag-stop there. Kaya tayo natuto. Same with these people, guys, na kasama natin. Kaya they know what they're doing because they practice it.
No, bro.
They,
Well, sometimes you don't know what you're doing, but you have to know where you're going, so you learn what
yeah.
we need to do.
Yun. Tama si Lem na, yeah. Wait lang, na-block ko. Gusto ko isulat yung sinabi ni Lem. Alam mo yung nagdoble yung gusto kong gawin?
Like no, what Lem is true too. But like what I gotta say too is that I know a lot of times now, when we look at editing, again, we're comparing ourselves to our idols, right? Like,
Yeah.
siyempre sa Pilipinas, you're looking at like Will
Kong
Dasovich,
TV.
Daniel Marsh. Look, it's a story. There's a story: the beginning, the middle, and the end. The beginning, the conflict, and the resolution. Hindi mo na kailangan fancy B-roll to tell the story, right? Yeah. As long as if you can get from point A to point B sa story mo in 3 minutes, in 5 minutes, okay ka na. That's it. That's all you got to think about. Wag ka na kailangan ko ng drone, kailangan ko ng, look, no, you don't. Trust me, you don't. Like David Dobrik did a video on Coachella. It was 4 minutes long. And guess where? Sa parking lot ng Coachella. That's it. Like stop sacrificing the story because you think you need something, like you need added things that have nothing to do with the story. Yeah, it's great.
That's so good, bro.
Yeah, I have 2 drones, right? I rarely use them. I have multiple cameras. I use one. You know what I mean? It's stop letting your equipment or the lack of equipment stop you from creating a story.
Yeah.
Because listen, the story does not need a B-roll. Your story does not need fancy editing. Your story just needs to tell exactly that, a story. I went to the hospital kasi na heart attack ko. Here I am at the hospital. Here I am in the ICU.
Yeah, those are interesting.
5-minute video.
Yeah, because when you sent it out, I wanted to know what was happening. If you had been doing video, I'm here eating at my hospital bed, I'm like, bro, is this what's gonna happen in the next 3 videos? You're gonna show me how you're putting on your socks, but I'd like to know what's going on.
Well, the thing for me is that I would have put B-roll on it because but I'm proficient enough to be able to add all that. But whatever. But I'm saying, kung wala kang equipment to properly do it, don't look for it, right? Like
that's
like,
so good, bro.
Like kung like a lot of times sa Pilipinas, and I always say this to Philippines is that we always the reason why there's a lot of foreigners that make a lot of money and are successful. So YouTube,
come on, let's go, brother.
In the Philippines, it's because they show the Philippines, But sometimes kita ng Filipino, we don't want to show it because it's just regular life. But in reality, that's what people want to see. That's why yung mga popular yun na mga. There's people that watch their videos ng dun sila sa bukid, right? And then they're just like mountain living. Tapos nag-karaoke sila sa. Look,
dapat talaga mountain living the way. Because hindi ako pwede maging city living.
But at the end of the day, show me your life.
Yeah.
Show me your life sa
bro.
Philippines. No,
so good.
Don't show me a Western life because I don't want to see na parehos ang life natin dito because it's not. I want to see you get on the jeepney. I want to see you having, like laughing with the titos, mga titas sa palengke.
Dude, on a live stream, Doc was saying, I watched this Japanese guy that just goes into these stores that I have been wanting to go and I visited. So meron mga ganun, mga foreigners na, oh, I visited the
Totoo.
Philippines.
Oh,
And then if you're going to these places that normally are visited by foreigners, these foreigners will say, oh, I remember that. Oh, I'm gonna go and see if he see. And then they're gonna go into your comments. Oh, can you come and visit this place? Can you go and visit that place? Because I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
You know, you're right,
No.
Rich. I'm sorry.
Plus,
Go ahead.
plus
buddy.
plus we're Filipino. We have access to more, right?
Yeah.
So last time I was in the Philippines, I couldn't vlog because of, security reasons. And if you know why I couldn't. But like there was a lot of people taking, just pictures with their phones sa this little town. But for me, I was able to go to the back, to the kitchen, kasi Filipino ako.
Yep.
Right. So you have that much more access. Just remember that. That's why if you watch the videos of mga travel vloggers and you watch Will Dasovich's video, it's so different. His is more raw. It's more like
Raw
I'm with the Philippines. His is more like I'm with the Filipinos because iba yung access niya, no? Iba, makasalita siya ng Tagalog, ang lahat niya na tropa Tagalog. So, Filipino, so it's easier for them to kind of have like that talk.
Rich, a question.
Oh.
Do you think that there's an interest also for those kinds of video because it is a foreigner in a different land? So people kind of get connected with them better. Because let's say, for instance, would we watch one of our compatriots, mga ano natin, doing the same thing that we know? Oh, we already do, because we kind of like experience that. Is there a difference between a foreigner coming into the Philippines and doing the same thing? Let's say a Filipino and a foreigner doing the same video. Would there be more of an interest on the Filipino or on the native, or would it be more interest on the foreigner?
I think the foreigner looks at it from a foreigner's glass, right? From a focal point of the foreigner. So they come in and they want to document everything interesting because interesting to them as a foreigner, right? And sometimes what's interesting to the foreigner, we expats or we Filipino Americans, we look at that and go, oh, look, he noticed that. And that piques our interest too. Like, we know the explanation for that. So we now at that point we are engaged. The thing is that, if you're Filipino and you're living in the Philippines, you don't think that's important. Every day, nakita mo na yun. Like what I tell somebody is like, okay, you're gonna need content sa Pilipinas. So right, okay, kailangan mo ng content, and you can't think of the content. Well, here's my thing. Oh, magluto ka, you need to make chicken adobo, pero ang patis. Or wala kang suka or whatever, wala kang ingredients. So create a story for you to get that ingredient. So what the story is, oh my God, you're trying to cook pero wala tayong salt, wala tayong chicken, wala tayong tubig, whatever it is. Tapos the story goes, that's the start, right? That's a topic. Trying to cook pero walang ingredients. Tapos what is the conflict? Oh, wala kang pera. So now you're gonna dig ka sa couch, maghanap ka pa underneath the house, underneath the mattress, underneath.
That's good, bro. That's compelling, right?
Maghanap ka. Tapos then you have to go get it. Oh, wala ka ng time. Malapit na ma-close yung store. So hop onto the jeepney, mag-tricycle ka, mag-tricycad ka, whatever. But the thing is, sa Philippines, we think na that journey in the tricycad, in the tricycle, in the jeepney, wala lang yun because normal, it's normal. So, but sa foreigner, if you ever watch a foreigner, they're always on
jeepney,
the jeepney, right? And and they tell you the story about how they're in the jeepney, like like that is what we're doing, and that's what I'm saying too, is that we're looking at our subscribers, we're trying to appease our subscribers, but we forget that there could be other people that are watching this, like me. Like I could be one of your 1.7 or 500 of your subscribers could be living in the US and they want to see the Philippines. They're watching you because they feel homesick.
Yeah, good.
What I get
right,
here
so
is
you have to document it.
Right, Rich. Go, Rich. Go.
No, like you document it in a way where you show the Philippines through your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Because really, at the end of the day, if you don't show the Philippines from your eyes, it's always going to be seen from a foreigner's eyes.
Mm.
Right.
And the last time we saw the Philippines from a foreigner's eyes,
We
we've
got
gotten
ransacked.
yeah, exactly, numerous times. You
Yeah.
know, no,
This is
it you
good
know it
stuff,
it
bro. This is good stuff.
Yeah.
Jeff, it's very true. It's because why do people always say, "Oh, the Philippines is garbage," or
Mm-hmm.
it's a dirty, Southeast Asia itself is dirty, because a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people look at it from from
Foreigners.
from the foreigner's point of view.
Mm-hmm.
They never look at it from a cultural point of view. And
Mm-hmm.
who's best to show the Philippines from a cultural point of view? You,
Filipinos.
the Filipino,
Wow.
not some foreigner.
Yep. The thing is, ang nakita ko dito sa sinabi ni Rich, no, si Mr. Suave before tonight, na sometimes we're too focused on creating content na nasa Western. We want ourselves to be more Western, but we forgot ourselves na be us. Like, be myself. Be a Filipino content creator na this is what I'm doing here in the Philippines, not in to look like in America or to look like in San Diego, in New York, diba? So I thank you for that, Rich, and eye-opening for all Filipino content creator na
Bro, we just have to get out of like, I'm sorry if
go Lem, go Lem, go Lem.
yeah, it's to get out. I think we're still struggling. We're still struggling
Mm-hmm.
with that imposter syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're still trying
Mhm.
to be Big Brother USA, and we cannot be. We are our own Big Brother.
Mm-hmm.
We are our own entity, and I'm telling you, I'm feeling this right now in my heart that the Filipinos, the content creators in the Philippines, can increase and be the genesis or be the protagonist per se of a new vision of what the Philippines look like. You know,
Mm-hmm.
if the content creators in the Philippines would say, you know what, I'm a Filipino, I'm proud of it. This is who I am. This is who I represent. This is my group. This is my clan. This is my tribe. This is my people, and I'm gonna go and rep it. I think we can. The content creators in the Philippines can single-handedly revive a new vision of what the Philippines look like, apart
Mm-hmm.
from global or foreign
Yeah.
idealism of the
Yep.
Philippines. Because it's a global market, it's a global reach, and if we showcase, yes, we shouldn't paint over our hardships, we shouldn't paint over our struggles, we
Mm-hmm.
shouldn't paint over the things that we are fighting with. In fact, that is
Mm-hmm.
part of our story. But the fact of
Mm-hmm.
the
Yeah.
matter is, we're Filipino. We are strong. We are powerful. We pushed
Mm-hmm.
back in our
Yep.
history. Listen, we have pushed back in our history many marauders and many invaders in our history, and we are not the little brothers of Southeast Asia. We are our own people. We are our own group.
Mhm.
We are our own tribe, and we are our own nation. And I think our
Mm-hmm.
our government may not get it, but the content
Mm-hmm.
creators should get it, and we
Mm-hmm.
ought to rise together
Yeah.
and be one voice to represent. This is what Rich is saying. Go and rep our nation and our country,
Yep.
not act like you're coming from and not have to rep it the way we may be here as immigrants here in the
Yeah.
US. This is
Mm-hmm.
our reality now, but the reality of who you are as the Filipinos, we are the voice of Asia. Listen, we are the voice of Asia. We've got the soul of Asia. Black Americans here understand and know the voices that come from the Philippines.
Mm-hmm.
We have talent and artistry and know-how. But why are we taking second fiddle? Why are we playing second fiddle when we have the ability and the power to do that? And we have the knowledge and the
Mm-hmm.
creativity to be able to do that. Bakit? Because we are
Yeah.
operating under this imposter syndrome that we're not real, that we are not
Mm-hmm.
viable, and that we're not valuable, and that we're not
Yeah.
worthy. And we
Mm-hmm.
are. You are valuable. You are worthy. You are powerful.
Mm-hmm.
You ought to be climbing up there. You ought to be in those spaces. So go and
Mm-hmm.
grab a hold of it. We are not second.
Yeah.
We are our own people, and we should rise and talk like it.
Tama.
Yeah, but what I think so too. The other thing too, Lem, is that
Lem drop.
like again with the imposter syndrome, is that we forget to look at the Philippines culturally,
Mm-hmm.
Ah, talk on it, bro. Talk
right?
on it.
You look at the Philippines. Yeah. Well, the thing is, like, okay, like Jeff and I had this discussion because Jeff, with Lloyd Cadena, right? Like the reason why I really love Lloyd Cadena is because he showed the Philippines through his eyes. You
Mhm.
know, nag-vlog siya na when it was like ano yun, it was raining, tapos
Mhm.
nagsuswimming siya between his house,
Mhm.
trying to get out of his house. You know, it's that kind of show. It's like like right now you can look up all the top Filipino content creators. You could look at, like where Lloyd
Mhm.
was before he passed away. Sila Jamil,
Mhm.
sila Doggy.
Kong
And I'm not,
TV.
yeah, Kong TV. I'm not even including Will because kasi taga America yon. It's
Oo.
different. Pero you look at him now, ang laki ng bahay nila. So people are aspiring na, oh, gusto ko ganun din.
Mhm.
But watch your old videos. Watch your old videos, and they showed you how it was to be in the Philippines with no shame whatsoever.
That's right.
Mhm.
Hey, you don't
Yep.
have to,
Right?
man.
No,
Part of the
that's
story.
because it's part of the story. The Philippines does not look like America. The Philippines
No.
does not look like Korea. The Philippines
Yep.
does not look like China. The Philippines does not look like Japan. The Philippines has
Unique taste.
smell, its own taste, its own sound, its
Mhm.
own spirit. Show me that
That's
spirit
Mhm.
right.
on the camera. Yes, show me that experience through your eyes. Because really, at the end of the day, it's only you, the Filipino, can show it the best way possible. Not even
Mhm.
me, because I live here.
Right.
Mhm.
I'm relying on you.
And you're right, Rich. That spirit is rooted in struggle. It's rooted in
Mhm.
overcoming. Hindi
Mhm.
naman tayo namamatay. Yeah, there's a lot of struggles over there, and Rich and I, we are in the same kind of boat, right? But
Mhm.
part of the spirit is the struggle. Nakikita mo. I remember I vividly remember being in the Philippines
Mhm.
visiting, and my cousins came to pick us up, and all these kids were out in the streets at night, like. We were in the flatbed of his truck and we're like, Ma, pwede tayo mag-ride lang, joy natin. We are
Mhm.
happy people. No matter the struggle, no matter what's going on, no matter the poverty sometimes that I saw there,
Mhm.
the spirit, the heart of the people for joy and being able to
Mhm.
overcome. I mean, that speaks volume, and that's part of our culture, and we shouldn't be ashamed of that,
Tama.
because the shame is knowing that you're poor but not realizing how rich you are in the
Mhm.
joy and the
Yep,
learning and the struggle and knowing how to overcome
yep,
struggles.
yep,
That's
Mhm.
that's more poor than being poor,
yep,
because
Yep.
because you don't realize that there are people that have thousands of and hundreds of thousands of dollars a year and millions of dollars that don't have
yeah,
the joy of the Filipino people. And so show the struggle, because the story pivots on the struggle. Di ba, kikita mo
Mhm.
naman mga Hollywood movies. The greatness of the movie is pivoting on the lowest part of the movie, so to speak.
Mhm.
Di
Mhm.
ba? So,
yeah,
There you go. There
I
you
mean,
go.
we're pontificating and we're here
yeah,
in the States, but
yeah.
I
No, but
just
the thing is, like, as you say, work smarter, not harder. Well, guess what? The work harder to get the clicks. Trust me, I guarantee you make your best video na sa hotel ka, na you're featuring a new hotel sa Pilipinas, sa Manila, kung saan. And then I will go to the Philippines and I will say living in the growing up in the squatter, and that's my
that's
video
Mhm.
it,
title.
bro.
I will get more views than you ever
Yep.
will,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
guaranteed, because people want to see your life, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
bro.
People want to see that growth, that spirit,
Mag-vlog ka lang
right?
dyan, man. No, have to
And
wake up and then let people know the struggle is real, bro.
Mhm.
wait, somebody says creating content for foreigners gives you higher CPM. Really? Does it really?
Ah.
Does it really? Does creating content for foreigners give you a high CPM? It does, but what if the foreigners are not watching it because they don't care?
Mhm. So, ang dami kasing interested dito sa Philippines na, di ba, like what you've said, if we will act as a Filipino, even the foreigners will watch us over the one who's acting like in the Philippines, then showing it like a Western country over the content creator na in the Philippines and showing the Philippines itself. I think you will get the more
Yeah.
views dun sa talagang pinapakita niya kung ano yung Pilipinas talaga.
So here's the thing too. It's like, okay, somebody says one thing too is like as Filipino creators, and I'm talking to you guys directly. It's don't think about your CPM because it look, think about trying to grow your brand at the end of the day, because your CPM, like me, most of my views is also my views are from Japan and the Philippines on my channel. And I don't care for the CPM, because at the end of the day, that CPM could be $100 from, I know it's $100, just 5,000 pesos. I mean, that's a lot already, right? In the Philippines. But at the end, if you create a brand and you build your vlog and you build your subscriber base or your quote unquote community, then that's when you get the brand deals. The brand deals are way more important than
affiliate brand deals.
Than your CPM.
Yeah. That's how other content creators, I attended a webinar, how you can, para content creator to CEO. Sabi nila doon, it's not about yung kita mismo sa YouTube, but it's about the affiliate and brand deals. Look at that. Yun yung chunk ng income nila, not the YouTube itself, but the brand deals and the affiliate marketing. So yun, there you go. Sabi dito ni Sir Ted, I think this is Sir Ted. Sir Ted is owner of What's Up Philippines here in the Philippines. Yeah.
What's up?
Yeah. Parang blogging site siya, and also nag-transform into YouTube YouTube content din na pinifeature yung mga nangyayari dito sa Pilipinas. And he's right, foreigner vlogging here makes a lot of money from Filipino viewers, kasi us Filipino viewers na parang, alam mo yun guys, na pagka nakita mo na, may tawag doon Filipino baiting ba tawag doon? Na,
ano yan nga it's also part of that I'm accepted by these foreigners, you know, that's why I'm watching. Oh, look, it happens to me sometimes. You know, when I go into these spaces that have a lot of people that I know are influential, I feel accepted. So I want to see myself in their videos. Look at me, look at us. I feel accepted. But I remember what Diana Gladney, you know, Diana says, you know, for those of you that do not know, she's a business partner of mine, but she's also an excellent content creator. One of the things she says is, I don't even have people around me in my interviews, because people, I want to be able to present my thoughts and my who I am. And sometimes I can't control what my interviewers and the level of my content I want at a certain rate, and sometimes my guests don't do that. So she's very protective about her space, you know. And so when I hit her up the first time, I felt a certain way, you know. When I'm with her online, I feel a certain way. Parang ganon nakikita natin ang sarili natin dun sa mga foreigners, parang accepted tayo. Oh, I'm acceptance. But what if we don't care about if we're accepted by them? What if we accept ourselves? And what if we say, you know what, with or without them, I'm me, bro. You should come here. You should feel accepted by me. That's part of that that sense of like, and everybody does. I mean, here in the States, everybody talks about that, but different levels of acceptance. So I think I truly believe that the content creators of the Philippines can single-handedly change the perception of Filipinos all across the world. Forget about our government, you know. They do their thing, but I think the content creators can really represent our people strong, you know, to show them, that, hey, look, we are under this rulership and these people that have not cared for us for all these years. But guess what? We're still here, baby. You know, and not only that, we're thriving, and we love family, etc., etc.
Yeah, you know, when Jeff says, you know, the whole Filipino baiting thing, well, the reason why it happens is because you're not doing it, right? Like if you as a Filipino is not showing the newest, the biggest mall in the the newest and biggest resorts, somebody else will. That's what I'm saying. You have to show it. It's not Filipino baiting. It's just being YouTubers. Like, listen, If I went to what is that called? Naked Beach, Siargao, Naked Island. What's my title? Swimming naked in a naked island. Duh. hello, don't hate them because they know how to actually title their video. Not
Good, bro.
not while you're sitting there, nag-LS ka, naka-sub for sub ka, naka-jojowain totopahin ka, mga get ready with me na videos mo. They're out there creating content. So what are you
Real
doing?
content. Real
Yeah,
content.
real content.
Yeah, bakit nagalit ka? Bakit
Mhm.
nagalit ka? Ang title ng video mo, Where Have I Been? Sino ka? You know what I mean? Pero yung title nila,
What's in my bag?
yeah,
First video, what's in my bag? Ganon.
yeah,
This is working smarter, Rich. I don't know if people understand. You're telling them how to work smarter. You're in the element. This is how much more smarter can you work? You're in your element. You're trying to get out of your element to create videos that nobody's watching. When you are in your element and people will watch you in your element,
Yep.
that's smart.
Yep.
Yeah.
Instead of
also,
you go rich.
yeah, but what is 100% Filipino? Okay, ukay, right? Ukay, clothes, ukay, shoot. There's a lot of like content creators in the Philippines that do that, and they're very successful. But guess what? Only a Filipino would actually be able to do that. So find that gem, find that. But why aren't you showing the new hotel? Why aren't you showing the new like this new resort, this little resort there? Kung pet kayo sa sa beach or whatever. You know, it's up to us to showcase our world. If we don't, then somebody else will. And don't get mad when they have a better title than you. You should have worked on a better title yourself.
Yep. And yeah, that's the reason why you need to yung sabi nga ni Lem na work smart to working smarter to kasi you're escaping dun sa, you're focusing kasi dun sa yung effort mo, you focus it dun sa mga thing na hindi nagbibigay ng proper results sa channel mo, which is what Rich is saying is that reach the community, reach the possible viewers, reach the possible subscribers, not like reach your own ego, parang ganon na it will boil down again to service content, not the selfish content, di ba?
Alam mo, let me share with mga ano natin, kababayan natin dito sa Pilipinas. Here in America, I'm a visiting nurse dito sa New York City. There are people here 10, 15 years removed from their original country, can't speak English. They hardly can speak English. I go there to their homes and they're talking to me in Spanish or Creole. You know why? Because they don't care about America. They don't care about, they care about their community. And so I go in there and I'm thinking, man, you're here for 10 years, 15 years. You still don't know how to speak English. What kind of and my mentality goes into this. You should know how to do it, right? That's because we're raised in the Philippines to what? To assimilate. Don't be an individual. Be an assimilation. Di naman tayo assimilation. We've got to change that.
We have our own.
Right? So yeah, ang ano natin, tingin natin sa mga tao na hindi nag-i-English, dumb. O kaya ignorante yan dahil dapat, that's the reason why they don't know how to speak English. No, how about if the person doesn't, the person wants to continue with his heritage and their and his
culture,
of their voice. How about that they don't really mind. They don't really mind not assimilating into the environment because they're fine with who they are. They have embraced and accepted and rejoice in who they are. Sure, in our mindset, because we're taught by it. I've been working hard, bro. My mom and my dad, especially my mom, always constantly telling me, make sure this person and that person, dapat tingnan mo siya, what they're gonna think of you, what they think of you. So when I'm entering into these spaces, I'm thinking, what is he gonna think of me? What is he gonna think of me?
Yes,
what is he gonna think of me? What is he gonna think of me? How about if I say, what am I gonna think of me? Because my content has to reflect not what others think of me, but what I think of me. And my content becomes individual when I understand me. So I don't know if she is just typical Filipino mom or she's just my mother, but ultimately, I had that impression that you are not as important as what others think of you.
Mhm.
Wow. Diba? And that's not true.
Mhm.
You are as valuable as anybody else.
Yep.
And I think to the point where Rich is saying is that work smart by understanding your value is in the environment that you're in. Your click-through rate, your monetization is in the value of is the value is understanding and knowing and sharing where you are, not somebody else's story, not somebody
But
else's thoughts
mhm.
about you,
Mhm.
your thought about you, where you are.
Mhm.
Bring it, man.
Bring
I mean,
value.
listen,
Yes.
if you created a video about your day and the
Mhm.
struggles that you face as a content
Mhm.
creator in the Philippines, not
Mhm.
trying to showcase anybody else's stuff, or
Mm-hmm.
even if you go to the boondocks, the millions of Filipinos all across the world will say, "Oh, I
Mhm.
miss my country. I
Mhm.
want to see it through my compatriots' eyes." Pupunta ka dun sa mga sideline na mga nagtitinda,
Mhm.
right? Or
Fishball.
in the buses
Fishball.
where you're and then do it well.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Do it well. Kung gusto mo talaga maging Western, get to that point where you're providing it and putting it well, but do
Mm.
not have to provide their content.
Tama. Naalala ko
Yeah.
yung sabi sa akin ni Rich na if kunwari, it doesn't need naman na parang kunwari, ang content mo is eating at the fishbowl stand. Hindi gano'n eh. Like, sabi sa akin ni Rich nun, why not share your value? Like, give 5 camera tips while eating a parang kikiam or riding in a jeep. Like, you're showing still the Philippines, you're showing
Oh, I
you're a
love that, bro. That's so
Filipino,
good.
but you're still providing value dun sa mga nanonood sa'yo. And like that's a green light for me na, oo nga no, na I'm telling my content na parang katulad no sa mga iba like Peter McKinnon, like Casey Neistat, and I'm disregarding or I'm parang hindi ko na parang dito na nakikita na mas okay pala na pakita ko na Filipino ko and I want to give value as well as a Filipino. Parang ganun.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Or just again, just show the thing. It's like, okay, the whole I got an idea with a fishball stand. So one of you guys, sa Philippines, if you guys want to steal this idea,
mhm.
okay, find toughest jobs in the Philippines. Kasi
Ooh,
hirap
that's
talaga yung buhay
good,
doon sa
dude.
Philippines,
That
right?
is good.
So what you do is that, okay, merong tao sa, in the front of your house na they sell fish balls. Oh,
Mhm.
what if one day sabihin mo sa tao, oh,
That's so good, Rich. Oh
kuya,
my
tito,
goodness.
pahinga ka lang, ako magtatrabaho para sa'yo. Like, how hard is it
Mhm.
for them to be working there in the sun all day long selling fish balls,
Mhm.
tapos ganun lang kita nila?
Mhm.
You could do it for them, and it becomes like a series, like tapos next time ang mommy stand, tapos sa sari-sari
Mhm.
store,
Mhm.
Yeah, that's
ikaw
good,
ang
dude.
katrabaho sa sari-sari store. Like that shows the Philippines in a different way, and it shows you
So
kind of like
interesting,
giving
bro.
giving back to the community na, oh, relax ka lang, or like if you, especially kung you see like yung mga, like it's the kids selling stuff, right? Mga lumpia, mga
Mhm.
whatever it is. Sabi mo na sila ka,
That's
oh,
so good.
relax ka lang,
Ako
I'll
muna.
sell it for
Mhm.
ako muna. I'll sell it for you for the whole day.
Yep.
Tapos I don't need anything. It might sound disingenuous because you're doing it for views, but at the end of the
Mhm.
day,
Well, you
we're
know
all
what?
doing it
If
for
you
views
don't,
anyway.
if your mindset, kailangan bang i-tweak mo lang ang mindset. Yeah, it's for the view. Ultimately, it will be viewed. Dapat ganyan. Ultimately, it will be viewed. But what you're doing it for is documentation, right?
Yeah.
You're just documenting the story. You know, there are a lot of your brothers and sisters here in the States and other places that miss the Philippines and no longer know how and what's going on. But I remember when I was about 8 or maybe even younger years old,
Mhm.
I was selling piche piche, diba? and I would say pichi pichi nilalamutak, right? But I was selling pichi pichi. I made like 80 cents one day. I remember giving it all to my mom.
Yeah.
And I remember sitting in that lady's home or whatever it was, really hot. I mean, it was really terrible. She was sweating. Now I'm thinking about it from the back end. But there were about, I don't know, there were about 8 of us kids that are waiting for her to finish her pichi pichi thing for me to sell it. I think I only sold one day. Uh, but the idea of what Rich is saying is it ultimately will have views, but you're doing it for documentation. I think if you're doing it for documentation, truly kind of honing it to the point where you're trying to get the heart, you have to ask yourself this question: why am I filming? Who will view this? In 10 years from now, will this be still valuable? You know, maybe will my how will it be valuable to the people, my fellow Filipinos out abroad, right? How will this be? What kind of angle should I really approach it? What's the video angle? What's the story makeup? What's the editing? Where is my transitions? What am I doing? You know, because you're trying to document a life. And I'm telling you, I think Rich is onto something, bro. I think you're onto something, bro.
I mean, like you could be the Mr. Beast of the Philippines. Okay, going to the fishball stand and buying every fishball para makauwi ng tao.
Bro.
Like imagine that. Magkano bang fishball ngayon, F? Magkano bang
piso
fishball?
pa din.
Isang fishball.
Piso tuloy. 0.5 centavos pa rin.
O kaya eating a whole can, eating a whole bucket of taho.
No, because okay, so it like just remember na minsan yung mga pa na nagbebenta yun, no, mga suman, mga ano, go up say, oh, tapos may school pa sila, hindi sila pwede makauwi until until they can sell everything, diba? That's how it works sometimes. So, what if you did a video na nakita mo yung isang bata na nagbebenta ng suman, tapos sabi mo sa, uwi ka na. Ako na. I'll buy all of it. Tapos at the end of the day, then you take that kung anong bimili, all the stuff that you bought, tapos you hand it out sa iba na mga bata or mga tao that are hungry too. So I mean,
man, that would be so good, bro.
Mr. Beast ka ng Pilipinas, man. Like there's a lot of them that they build houses, you know, mga celebrities. They build houses, they, you know, and they make you make money from your views. And I'm saying like a lot of times it's disingenuous, but
cyclic yun eh. That's giving, man.
Yeah.
You give and other people give back to you. That's cyclic. You know?
No, that's what I'm saying though.
Yeah.
It's like it's on a YouTube video and you're getting views from it, but you made one person's life. You changed one person's life that day.
Yeah, dude, that's so good, man.
Yep.
So, you know, people can say all they want now. You're just doing this for the clicks. You're just doing it for the views. But that's not how the people that you help actually feel. And that's the most important thing.
Tama. And yun, yung motive and motive and goal of that video is that's what it counts. Hindi yung kumbaga what you get from that video. Kasi if you think of what you will get from that video, I think it would backfire to you, no? And ang ganda ng sinabi ni Rich na you think of the motivation na gusto kong tulungan to. And like Mr. Beast, 'di ba? Ganun siya gumawa eh. He wants to help rather than he wants to get the views. Yes, nandun yung views, nandun yung subscription, pero the thing is he wants to help this kind of people and he just documenting what he is doing. So yun.
Yeah.
Guys, sobrang daming sobrang daming value na binigay nyo for us tonight. And I mean, ano na pala ngayon? Morning na dito. Late night, but early morning, ganyan. So you guys, thank you guys for spending your morning with us here in the Philippines. And I know a lot of our viewers right now, maraming natutunan from you guys. And grabe, ang dami kong nasulat. Ewan ko kung nakikita nila. Ayan. So, I will ask question dun sa ating community kung ano yung mga great mga best takeaways nyo. You may comment it there. If you want to join our community, nilagay ko rin siya dito sa ating comment section. So guys, if you want to follow these guys, just visit their YouTube channels. Lem Drops for Lemuel and Rich Benares for our Mr. Suave for tonight. Guys, sobrang salamat. Sobrang salamat sa pagsama nyo sa akin for tonight.
And also, if you guys have any questions or just want tips or just want to talk, make sure you guys are active at the Facebook group, because a lot of times, we're busy too, but if you have a really good question and if we can answer it, we will gladly answer it for you.
Yeah, and tag us if you have a question, or even if you want to say how much value we added. If Rich added so much value, or Jeff or myself, just tag us, and we'd love to shout out. Believe us, it makes us feel good that we're providing value to you guys.
Yeah, tapos kung gusto niyo mag-date, kung you just send me your picture. No, I'm just kidding. Oh no,
he's not.
Jeff froze. Jeff,
look, he's so taken aback.
Hey,
he's just like, oh, hallelujah.
Lem, atin na show na to. It's our show now. So, guys,
take over. This is called Streamyard glitching.
Yeah. Guys, raise your hand kung taga Bacolod kayo, kung marunong ka mo yung mag-Ilonggo, kay pwede ba tayo mag-Ilonggo diri?
Caloocan City, Metro Manila. Come on. By way of the Visayas.
Hey, I didn't know how to pronounce Caloocan before. I was like, Caloocan? Caloocan pala. Tapos I heard it sa isang vlog na friend ko. He was like, oh, nandito kami sa Caloocan. I was like, oh, Caloocan?
Caloocan? Would you direct me to Caloocan City, please?
Okay, I didn't say it na may accent talaga. Pero sabi ko, Caloocan. Caloocan.
Jeff is lost. Oh, there he's back. He's back.
Guys, grabe.
I'm monitoring the YouTube.
PLDT,
I'm monitoring the YouTube feed.
Yeah.
No, it's internet problem.
Dude, you got to press the replay. Rich said some crazy things about you, bro, while you were frozen.
Yeah.
Anyway, Lem and Rich, guys, I can't thank enough na bumisita kayo dito sa channel ko, and I can't thank enough God for letting me meet you guys. Sobrang grabe. Ang daming value na binibigay. Yeah.
Rich says, I am God sent. Now he wants a woman to say that you are God sent to me, Rich.
Yeah. Guys, if you want to connect with Rich, just
thank God I found you. I was lost without you.
Magigitara na ba tayo ngayon din? So guys, sorry for that. Wait.
Bakit ngayon ka lang? Bakit ngayon kung kailan aking puso meron ng laman? 1, 2, 3, 4. Sana malaman ko na darating ka sa buhay ko. Di sana nagkaya ko.
This stream becomes entertainment real quick. Yeah? Guys, these guys here are so good, so great at things, and thank you, Lem, thank you, Rich.
Narinig niyo ba yung keyboard ko? Narinig niyo ba yung keyboard ko?
Yeah. Anyway,
nung isilang sa mundong ito.
My stream right now is run by data, not by Wi-Fi or DSL because of PLDT. So guys, I need to wrap this up before anything might happen in the internet. I don't think if you're still hearing me.
Ang bayan kong Pilipinas, lupain ang
Guys, sorry.
bulaklak.
We're just providing you some intermission number by Lem.
Yeah.
Rich, bring out your ukulele.
I'm sorry. And you're the one, it's 12 o'clock your time, and we're just starting out, and we're the ones that, that sound like we need sleep.
Oh, but bagong gising lang ako, man. It's only 8:40.
Oh, bro, I gotta go
You
and
guys
visit
rock
like
talaga.
I gotta go visit like 13 patients right now. Sheesh.
Okay. Rich, I think go Rich.
That's
Teka lang. Go ahead, Rich.
Oh, yes. So to end this stream, I just want to say, keep striving. Yeah, it's about how many times you can get hit and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Yan, that's it. Tulog na kamo, tulog ka na, Jeff.
Go Lem, what's your last advice to our...
My advice is kala ko na advice natin. I thought this was already advised.
Yeah. There you go.
My advice is ultimately at the end of the day, don't take yourself too seriously, bro. Yeah, have joy.
This is exhortation already. I think I'm gonna get my guitar and play something.
Thanks for having me, bro. I
Thank
appreciate it.
you. Yeah. Thank you, Lem. Thank you, Rich. Thank you to all of you guys. I might I'm running into a tech difficulty because of the internet, but thank you for watching this live stream. See you on my next one.
Is that what they call it at Canon? Internet issues.
My internet connection. I'm running in a data, and I'm just in 3G right now, 3G. So there you go. Thank you, Rich. Thank you, Lem, for spending the night and the early morning with us.
I always enjoy hanging out with you guys.
Providing content. Yes. Thank you for providing useful value to our fellow content creator, for our fellow Filipino content creator na nanonood ngayon. There you go. There you have it. Thank you. I might roll the outro now. Bye, guys. Say bye.
Bye, guys.
Peace, y'all.
Bye.